This one right here?
Alright, so I'm going to be doing a silver bullet short this morning. I'm going to be noting the sell side here.
Sell side liquidity.
And then we'll change the color here after.
Sounds like he's just trading off a laptop.
I'm going to set a
Goes to show you don't need all this crazy stuff.
rectangle inside this. Here, I'm watching this one. This might present the
Fair
silver
value gap.
bullet for this morning. Aiming for that sell side. I really like the idea of returning back to the current midweek opening gap high and consequent encouragement. Just the midpoint of that.
By the way, I've never watched ICT. I've never like used his strategy, but I know, I mean, a lot of people will say that he created like fair value gaps, this, that, like sell side, buy side liquidity, whatever. But yeah, I want to see how it compares to, you know, one of the trades that I took today.
Change this color. Alright, and I think what I'll do is I'll use a limit order just above.
He worked at a bank for 30 years.
Yeah.
Does he do this live? If he does this live, that's
So I got
fire.
6 as a limit order, and for now I'll just put the stop loss right above. Fair value gap.
So he took a short TP down at sell side.
Targeting the sell side here.
Oh, he calls it out on his Twitter.
Manage this as I go. I want to see if I can build my typical 10 contracts into this. I want to limit entry, not just marketing entry. Change this to 4. And just a little bit below that, we'll try to use a entry there. So that would be 10 contracts short if it goes up inside that fair value gap. Now the only thing that concerns me is because we have that large range up close candle to the left of all of this decline, and the fair value gap I have noted here, that might be.
In my opinion, I would have played this move here. I would have played this fair value gap. The first move is always going to be stronger, and if you could catch it while it's happening, it's always going to be a lot stronger.
Become a balanced price range, and
once again, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know more than ICT. This not the purpose of this. I'm just giving my thoughts as I watch this video.
And it may not even enter back into that, so I'll have to wait for a subsequent or later fair value gap. I've run the risk of missing the move, but it's better to miss the move than to try to chase it. So
I agree.
admittedly, I'd like to short it right in here, but my stop would be at 42.12, so it's a little bit more points drawdown than I'd want to suffer. So I'm willing to let it go here. Hopefully it goes up and hits the limit order, and then I can work towards that limit order.
I mean, this looks like a clean trade. He's playing momentum. He's not fighting
but I have to see
price.
In here. If it trades below 42.03, then I'll just cancel the entire trade. It would be too far down for me to consider that fair value gap.
Wait, so has he even got in yet? I can't tell.
So we're technically inside of my ICT silver bullet time window. So we're 2 minutes, 3 minutes almost after 10. And we have just now tapped into that low that was a draw on liquidity for me.
No? Okay.
So I'm looking at that, wondering, do we get a shallow drop just below it, maybe 1 or 2 ticks, and then leave that shaded area intact? Because I think we'll try to dip below that 42.01 level. This is how it is sometimes, folks. It might run without you, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt in here. If this candle can close and leave that previous down candle, these are all 1 minute candles now. If it can create a fair value gap in there,
He's on the 1 minute.
Adjust that rectangle down to that, and that would be my silver bullet. Expecting the one that I have shaded now as a silver bullet as a breakaway gap. In other words, not seeing it trade back up into it. I think that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to drop this here. Here, so it's kind of like an evolving silver bullet.
So he's moving his
So I think that
positions around.
Sorry, adjust this.
Move target to previous lows.
Here for now. And now take you visually into what I'm looking at. So that right there is the low, and this is the high of the new
Looks good.
adjusted silver bullet. So it's evolved from what I thought initially was around that 42.10 level. Now if it can trade to 42.06 and a quarter,
In my opinion, he should have got in up here. He missed 2 moves. These fair value gaps up here, and these as well.
Run under, see how just
I think his rule of not trading, because he said it had just tapped in. It's 10:04, 6 minutes into the video. I think his rule of not trading before 10 a.m. or 30 minutes, or the 30 minutes after market opens, is what's preventing him from making more money. Obviously, his strategy works. I'm not saying it doesn't, but leaving a lot of bread on the table. You could have been done by now.
went like 1 tick below the low I was leaning for.
That's just my
So now
opinion.
I'm really feeling confident that we're going to go up and hit that new adjusted and evolving ICT silver bullet, and I'm going to go trade back down into the new week opening gap high. And actually, I don't really want to do that. I want to do a layering. I think we're going to go below new week opening gap high. I'm going to reduce the stop because if it fills it, it shouldn't go up there.
Alright, he's in.
How I want to. Okay, well, we just got to fill. So all 10 contracts are now short. Stops at 42.08 and a quarter.
Yo, Goons Trades, I appreciate the follow, bro.
What I'm looking at is how I want to do my exit. I want to see if we can drop in here, which is what I want to see. See it like run quickly away from that gap. That would be, in my opinion, confirmation that on one side I'm in line with institutional order flow.
Yeah, the 1 minute is fire, bro.
Price down into my.
That's what I used this morning for the trade I took.
Encouragement. But I want to try to take the bulk of the move off, so I'm going to cancel this here, and I'll do some layering with some limit orders. So click on there, buy limit. So I'll take 4 off just below the new week opening gap high. So far, price is looking.
Look, it happens to the best of us. Right as soon as he trimmed some, it started dumping. That's funny.
Weak in the sense
It happens to
I'm
everyone.
The idea that my trade's short, so I get a measurement here for consequent encouragement so you can follow along. So 41.93 and a half. We can work with that. I'll take 4 off there. So that reminds.
He's in with 2
a
contracts.
balance of 2. I gotta change that. 4, 2. And I'll take it just about 75% of the new week opening gap range. So there's 4, 2, and 4. So if this puppy runs, I'm locked in with a really respectable amount of profit if it can hit it with relative low risk. So we'll just sit here and watch the price action.
His risk is insane.
Just removing the fib here, so that way everything's clean now. We can all watch whether I'm right or wrong, which is irrelevant. But this is the price action. I want to see it really just wipe out that low, that little shaded area. That is the difference between Friday's price and where we closed and where we opened this morning in here. So I see it work really aggressively below and really draw right back into that current new week opening gap high, and then it should, if everything is
I think it's gonna run
accurate
to the downside.
We should see it really, sink lower and attack that consequent encroachment 4193 and a half. I run the risk of it going completely into. One second, I'll stop here.
Stop loss to break even.
Take our first profit. Oh, look at that! Second profit filled, and we get this out of the way. So you can see the fourth. I'm sorry, the four.
Very nice.
And there we go. Nice. Got a triple. So that's what a evolving silver bullet trade looks like.
That's super clean. I mean, that's very similar to the trade we took this morning. If I go to Meta, because you guys know I only trade stocks in the S&P 500. But this is what I saw this morning. Obviously, overall, we've been uptrending. We broke structure up here on a larger time frame. So I was expecting calls on a retracement. And today, we fell down. Where was it? Is this today? Yeah. Today we fell down. We created a 1 minute fair value gap. Boom. Right there, displacement. We ended up breaking structure these previous highs. And then we ended up getting in here, and you can see that it ran a little bit. This allowed us to get like 30-40%, and then that's it. I was done for the day. Up 600. I mean, it's super similar, except I don't really have a rule of not trading in between market open and 30 minutes after. I kind of just do my own thing, but you guys can see how well this played out overall. Ended up pretty much just going like so. But this little move right here was 30%. Had you held, obviously I wouldn't have held. I like trimming my position. I mean, you would have had a lot more, but yeah, it's super similar. I mean, there's nothing I can say about ICT. He's a really good trader. I just never seen any of his videos, but it's good to know that, I guess we trade the same. For someone that's never watched ICT, it's fair to say that, I guess I could say I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?